The United Nations estimates that there are now more than 100 million street children worldwide. Although street children are not a new phenomenon, it is only during the past 15 years that the problem has begun to attract attention in Africa. And in that time, the continent has bred over 5 million street children. Poverty is the main cause of the plight among street children in developing African countries, including Zimbabwe. Less than 1% of the children living on the street are there through their own choice. Many of the younger children have to support disabled parents, while others are either orphans or products of broken homes. The way in which these children suffer are obvious to all those who care to look. What we sometimes fail to see, however, are the ways in which street children overcome these difficulties and survive life on the streets, mainly through begging or looking after cars.
This is what we do when you'll be looking after cars. You have to help someone to find a parking. If you help someone to find a parking, if you'll be going out to work, no matter where you will be going, you have to remain looking after the car. By the time you come back, you get paid, no matter how much it gives you. We have got good days and we have got bad days. The most good days is Fridays. Fridays you might get up to $35 to $40. And Mondays, from Monday to Thursday, you might get $20 to $25. So the days are just different.
The children know that many of the strategies they have developed to survive street life have led the public to stereotype them as dirty, diseased, addicted to drugs, thieves, careless, and irresponsible. Although they are not always proud of the lengths to which they sometimes go to survive the hunger, the cold, the harassment they suffer on the streets, street children do take pride in surviving. In their eyes, anything which gives them some measure of comfort, even for a short time, cannot be entirely wrong.
They eat out of garbage cans. They sniff glue. I mean, you're talking about like a 5, 6, 7-year-old kids who are sniffing glue to try and forget about their lives and the difficulties in their day-to-day existence.
The glue is usually decanted into old milk packets to make it easier to inhale.
That if someone, not someone, me, if I sniff glue, I would think something better than I was thinking later. Yeah, that's why I'm sniffing glue. Glue makes you, it will make you to be in an accident or whatever, but at the end you will know that I was playing with my life.
Philippe Pakter is an American student from Cornell University who came to Zimbabwe to study the history, culture, and politics of the country.
At the end of a period of about 2 to 3 months, we were told to start work on an independent study project. And I decided, I decided when I was in America that I wanted to become involved with street kids in some way, because I had worked with the homeless in America, in New York City, as well as in Amsterdam and Holland, in the red light district. But I'd never worked with kids from this kind of group. But I was surprised to find that there is almost nothing for the street kids in Harare. I came up on an idea that I could organize an event of performing arts where street kids basically showed people that they were capable of doing something besides going around the streets and begging and watching cars. So I went about finding a venue where there could be a performance and looking for people who could teach the kids how to do performing arts.
And I got invited to get involved. Well, I couldn't say no because some part of my brain was telling me that I have to help mankind. I have to work with the kids. If I had said no to Philippe, I would have said no to the street kids.
So I met a great number of kids, told them all about the idea, started to tell them we're gonna begin doing rehearsals. We're gonna meet at this certain place at this time. Just come and you know, we'll talk about this idea that I have. And we had a group of about 20 to 30 kids that started coming, and after a couple of days, this was the group that would remain, and that would be our pilot group for this effort. And they came to every rehearsal religiously. They were never late, and they worked for hours, and we started puting together a show.
Philippe and Simeon had only 3 weeks to prepare the street kids for their first performance. A show which included dance, drama, comedy, and singing. Although many of the acts were conceived by the street children for pure entertainment value, a lot of them related directly to their lives on the streets.
Actually, I write in AIDS song so that it's like it's an advice to other young people of my age that AIDS is a disease whereby it's incurable.
SKIPA was very fortunate to have the participation of Amakosi, Zimbabwe's leading dance and drama group.
That's the kid. It's a child who lives like a vagrant.
After the performance is over, we want to have this structure which will continue to give kids the opportunity to do things like this. So SKIPA has worked together with a group called Zimbabwe Project, and together we're going to keep promoting events like this and giving these opportunities for street kids to do constructive and positive activities. I didn't know that a project like this could have this potential at the time, but as the weeks went on during our rehearsals, we began to see that kids were really, I don't know, seemingly going through a healing process. When they came to these rehearsals every day and they got together in this group setting and we were working and joking and this kind of I don't know, daily activity, it just seemed to do something for them that was very positive. Anyone that's ever been involved in theater knows that it's like a process where you grow emotionally to confront the fear of going on stage. And these are all kids. Regardless of the fact that they're street kids, just the fact that these kids went up on stage in front of a big audience and performed, it really, I think that was an accomplishment for them. And I think that they did very well. They fared very well in that regard.
There can be no doubt that the show was a turning point for many of the street children who participated.